Hey everyone, it's Jackie and Harlow again, and I'm making some more videos. In this one, I'm going to go over how I teach touch and go touch. And those two commands are very useful for different mobility tasks. For instance, when I need Harlow to do things for me like close the door, I like her to use her nose instead of her paws because I don't want her scratching things up. Plus, I think dogs have a lot more control over where their nose goes rather than their paws. Sometimes when they're trying to hit handicap buttons, I see Harlow trying with her paws and she's going crazy like that. So I prefer her to use her nose. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be going over in this video. The things you'll need are some tape, sticky notes. I prefer blue, it's the color dogs see the best, and a clicker. Even if you don't like clickers, this is a great exercise to have a clicker, and you'll see why when I get started. I have a video called Intro to the Clicker, and if you haven't used one yet, I highly recommend going over it with your dog. Look at that video, it's pretty short. And you will also need, it's in my treat pouch, not for you, whoops. I have these shawl things now that I'm in love with. I just got this one, anyway. And you will also need blue dots. I like the blue dots because they easily stick on surfaces, but they don't leave a blue residue. And they're also very handy to just slip in a treat pouch, and they're small and convenient. And here's another great example where Harlow, touch comes in handy. I'm training Harlow to do alarm reminders and my alarm's going off. So Harlow, touch. Yes, Harlow, good girl. Harlow, touch. No, not the treat pouch, touch. Yes, good girl. Touch. Yes, good girl. So I take pills 5 times a day. It's a lot to remember. Sometimes I don't remember, and that's why I'm training Harlow to remind me when my alarm's going off. She's doing pretty well so far, and I'm having her touch me because I don't want her to paw at me because she'll scratch me. Even though her nails are always dremeled down, those things are sharp. So, those are some examples of how I use touch, and I think she's ready to get started. Yes, and so am I. Oh, and by the way, you can get sticky notes and blue dots at an office supply store. I forgot to mention that. So, first thing you want to do is you just want to put your hand here. When your dog shows any interest or does anything towards your hand, click and treat. They might not be forceful at first, they probably won't be at all. They might just sniff your hand. Whatever they do towards your hand, click and treat. Good girl. Good dog. Yes. No, sit. Good. If your dog won't do anything towards your hand, you can have 2 options. Rub something that smells good on it, like lip balm or something tasty, or you can touch your hand to their nose yourself. Good girl. Don't smack them in the nose, but gently push towards them. Make sure your timing is spot on. I was late with that click that time. As soon as they touch your hand, that's when you want to click. Good girl. Once they're consistently touching your hand, then add in the word. Harlow, touch. Good. Touch. Good girl. Sit. Touch. Good girl. From here, if you want them to increase their forcefulness, this shawl thing is not good for training. I have realized this. Anyway, if you want them to increase their forcefulness, don't reward them right away. But make sure you have them consistently understanding what touch means. Because if you don't reward them and they're still learning what the word means, they're going to quit. They won't be motivated. It could backfire on you is basically what I'm saying. I know that she knows what touch means, so I'm going to put my hand out. Harlow, touch, touch. And she's much more forceful the next time. I asked for 2 touches. When you start asking for a more forceful touch, don't ask for a second one each time. Reward them the first time 1 time, then only reward them the second time after they're more forceful, and go back and forth. You want to increase the forceability slowly. Harlow, touch, touch, touch. Very hard that last time. That's what I want, with lots of drool. No, sit. Good. Now, after they can do touch over here, touch. Good. And they can do touch up here, touch. Good. And they can do touch, oops. She's dropping treats. Over here, Harlow, touch. Good. After they can do touch on both hands in many directions, and they're solid with it, and they're doing it as forceful as you would like, keep in mind they can't ram your hand. Their nose is somewhat sensitive. And they fully understand it, it's time to add in the sticky note. So all I did was tape the sticky note here and here so it'd stay on my hand. And I'd show it to her, Harlow, and I'd say touch, good. And I'd continue as if she was just learning touch all over again. Some dogs might be weirded out by the note, so just start from the beginning, as if they're just learning the command. Sit, touch, good. Touch, good. Once they're consistently touching all over again on both hands with the sticky note, it's time to find a wall. And I'm gonna move over to that wall there and show you how I transition touch to go touch. Okay, so now you've found your wall. Make sure it's a good one, because until your dog fully understands the whole go touch thing, you're gonna be using the same wall in the same exact place. So take your sticky note, tape to your hand, put your hand flat against the wall, and tell them to touch. Harlow, Harlow, touch. Good girl. Do this a couple times. I'd say anywhere from 5 to 10 times for a couple sessions a day. Maybe 3 or 4 sessions a day for at least a few days, so they can really get into their head that they're touching there. Then, slowly but surely, one day, you will move the sticky note, quit, from your hand to the wall and say, touch. Harlow, go touch. Yes, good girl. And that is a big jackpot moment, a big party, lots of treats and lots of snuggles. Good. Okay, Harlow, down. Now for some tips. If your dog is anything like mine, they're gonna try and eat the sticky note. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe it's her mischievous streak that's the size of Montana, or that she loves to retrieve because she's a retriever and retrieving is one of her favorite tasks to do for me. But she would get the little edge, take it off, proceed to eat it, and then spit out the remains in my hands. Like, here you go, Mom. I did it. So proud of myself. So that's why the tape comes in handy to tape down the edges. So after that, you're gonna have them do go touch a few times on the big sticky note. And I can't really find, dog hair, gosh. Can't really find a practical way to show you in the video because I don't have anyone to hold the camera for me. But I want you to do this from different angles. You don't have to be on the opposite end of the room, but do it from 5 feet back, do it from the left, do it from the right, so they really understand that go touch means, come touch this thing with my nose. What I do is I point to it and I just say, go touch. Okay, so I'll show you one more time. Here. Harlow, go touch. Yes, good girl. And remember, timing is important with the clicker. As soon as I touch, click. That will also prevent your dog from trying to eat it. As soon as their nose touches it, before they even get a chance to try and rip it off and eat it, I see you, click, and they'll know, oh, I did it right, and they'll come back to you for the treat. Or they should if you introduce the clicker correctly, like in my clicker video. So that's how you get it onto the wall. Now to transition to the little blue dots. Now, you don't have to use a blue dot. You can take sticky notes with you and use those as well. I just found that these are more convenient because they stick better, they don't leave any residue, they're smaller, and they're more compact. I can fit this virtually anywhere. So all I do is take the dot, put it right in the center of the sticky note. Do I know for a fact she can differentiate the colors? No, but this is how I did it, so I'm showing you exactly how I did it. Harlow. And just do your go touch. Harlow, go touch. Yes, very good. Harlow, go touch. Yes, very good. Now, I don't know. Okay, down. Okay, I see that, down. You're very good at that. Now, if you've noticed that one hit is stronger than the other, praise more on the stronger hits so they understand that's what you want. Because when you transition this to hitting handicap buttons or closing a door for you, they're gonna have to be a little more forceful than just, eh. And again, how we did it on the hand, if they're not as forceful as you'd like, after they fully understand, don't lick the wall, weirdo. If they fully understand and can grasp the concept of go touch on the sticky note, then don't reward for the first one. Ask them to do it again and they'll do it stronger and then reward them. Of course, you may not notice a huge difference in the forcefulness, but even the smallest change and a little bit more forceful, reward that because your dog will pick up on it that, okay, that's what I want. Or that's what my human wants. You know what I mean. Okay, now the big reveal of how to change from the big obnoxious sticky note to the tiny blue dot. All right, get ready because we're about to make some magic happen. I'm gonna take this, take this off, and in the exact same spot where that sticky note was, blue dot. Probably should have mentioned before, the best place to put it is right at their nose level when you start. Yeah, do that. If you haven't and you're going along with the video, fix it if you haven't done that. Yeah, nose level, very good. Okay, now, your dog may be confused when you first do the blue dot. Where did my sticky note go? What am I looking at? Trust me, they can see it, and I have proof because my friend's dog can notice the tiniest little speck of food on the floor and go for it. So they can very much so notice a contrasting color of blue on a white wall the size of, I don't know, a dime, a penny, whatever. So here we go. Come here, Harlow. Come. Stand. Finish. So when you do this for the first time, stand close to the dot. Don't stand far away. Probably right in front of it is good. And say, go touch. Yes, good girl. If your dog doesn't touch it, even reward them. I didn't say anything. Reward them even if they're only walking towards the dot. Just anything associated with the dot, that's what we want. Okay, Harlow, go touch. Harlow, go touch. Good girl. You got distracted by an itch? Good girl. Harlow, go touch. Good girl. Down. Very good. I'm proud. Thanks for making an easy command look like you don't know what it is. She knows down, I promise. Anyway. So yeah, that's how you transition to the blue dots. And it was really that simple. Now, if your dog is having issues transitioning to the blue dots from the sticky note, you can try putting the dot on your hand against the wall like we did with the sticky notes to transition to the wall. That might work. Also, you can try very gently forming your dog. If your dog doesn't take to this well, don't do it. But sometimes I have to gently take Harlow's head and boop her nose onto the wall where the dot was and click and treat for that in the beginning stages. And that helped her understand it very well. Okay, now I'd like to show y'all what Harlow and I have been working on, which is pretty interesting, I think at least. We are raising the blue dot up higher and higher, so she has to kind of jump to hit it with her nose. It reminds me of Shamu for some reason. I don't know, maybe it does for you too. But for some reason, handicap buttons are not at a convenient level for dogs. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 at a convenient level. They're always high up. So I'm teaching Harlow how to jump and hit something with her nose so she can hit handicap buttons easily. So let me show you how we do this. We simply take the dot, and this one's still good. I raise it about 3 inches at a time. So a very small increment. Harlow. Good girl. Finish. Harlow, go touch. Go touch. Yes. Good girl. Go touch. Yes. Good girl. So you've noticed here it's not at nose level and she has to raise her head. Now this dot is done for. And now I'll put it a little higher. Harlow, finish. Girl, Harlow, go touch. No, come on, go touch. Harlow, go touch. Yes, very good. Harlow, finish. All right, go touch. Yes, Harlow, good girl. See? And I'm slowly, Harlow, look what she did to my sticky dots. She just slobbered all over them. Anyways, so I'm slowly raising the height more and more. And dog, go away, down. Okay, I'm slowly raising the height higher and higher, and we still haven't gotten to where I'd like her to be yet. I'd like her to be able to put her paws up on the wall and hit something with her nose. We're getting there, and like I said, I raise it 3 inches at a time. I work on that height for about a week, and then I raise it higher. And yeah, this is what I do for the blue dots, and it's been very useful. Again, you can get sticky notes and blue dots at an office supply store. Blue is the color dogs see the best. Harlow, stop shaking the table. God, being a little brat today. So yeah, I hope this video has helped you, and please feel free to reach out with questions. Harlow has a Gmail account, which is helper.dog.harlow@gmail.com. She also has her Instagram, helper_dog_Harlow, and I answer DMs there. Thank you for tuning in, and oh, Oh, you can always comment on this video for any questions you might have, and I'll get back to you as well. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Bye.